gives me great pleasure to introduce our next trainer, and her name is Ellie Lawler. She is a 3-star director, of course, in the Livewire region with Elite Party Sales. And many of you know Ellie, but she is our #1 org leader in the region. And again, phenomenal here already in the month of November. She has grown her organization with close to 300,000 and on her way for a phenomenal close to this year. Over 527 org recruits, and she definitely is leading the way in the region when it comes to retention and building that team count. And tonight, she's going to be talking about how do you identify different pools of people in your team and what she does with them and work with them to keep that retention growing. So Ellie, looking forward to hear from you tonight.
Thank you, Nick. And oh my goodness, Ellen, that was just amazing. I just always love to hear you and what you have to say. So thank you, because you are also an inspiration to all of us. So tonight, I'm going to talk about how does your team look? How do you take them, put them into different categories, circles, and then how do you work with them to retain them? And so I'm going to tell you about how I put those in the categories and what they are for me. So the first little circle is the more people. And the more people to me are the money people. These are your team members that they are out there and they are partying, they are recruiting, they want the cars, they want it all. These are the people that we all love, right? And then we also have the next circle, and I call this our casual circle. Now, these are the ones that they love the samples, they want the discounts, but when you put a sale out there, they're really gonna sell, right? And then we have the group that I call the affiliators. These are like our community people. They want to be a part of something. Maybe it's more about just socializing, having friends. You will see surprise orders come in from them. And also I kind of put the what I call my inactive and the people in red in this circle also. So it's about looking at your team and being able to identify and separate your team, because when speaking with these team members, of course, you're going to have a different language with each group. And the first ones I want to talk about are the new ones. And I feel like that, we've added the virtual opportunities. So it's kind of shifted how we look at our team. And I want to explain a little more about what I mean by that. For example, you're going to have some, that are going to come in. They come in just for the samples, just for the discounts, etc. And then us as leaders, they come in telling us one thing, but it is our job as leaders to actually break it down, take what they're saying, but now also, what are they doing? So, I put the new ones right in the more circle, because I feel like the new people, they bring excitement to the team. Even if they came in and they told you they weren't going to do anything, you will soon find out that they will grab a hold of it and do even more with it. So, for example, so the new ones come in. So I'm going to hear what they're saying to me always, having those conversations with them. And I always start that with our onboarding systems that we have. So, partnering with them. And what do I mean by that? Doing that launch party, holding their hand, helping them get that group started up if we're doing the live party. We have the quick start that we do with them, the confidence start. And the big one for me, guys, with the new people is the confidence start program.
Hi, can I get 4 cheeseburgers?
That was interesting.
So with the Confidence Start program, and I feel like the Confidence Start program is such an amazing, powerful program that we have to offer. And it's a 13-week program. So they come in, and even if they they're not doing this to make extra money, etc., we all love and want the free. So this is a program that we can take advantage of to help move them to the next level, right? The confidence start is actually why I started the business 7 years ago. So those pots and pans, oh my goodness, whether it be that, the iPad, but we have something that we can entice them with. If you want to say, kind of hold up a little treat, dangle it in front of them. But I feel like that's a big driver for us to always grab a hold of. And then when you are having the conversations with them, and when I'm having the conversations, is within that conversation, it's kind of like Ellen said, you're going to kind of start putting them in certain places, and figuring out what their culture is also. So matching their wants to the benefit. So, it may be that, they've lost their job and they've come in with a virtual opportunity. They told you they only wanted to sample, but now you see the need that they need that extra money. And then I always have to try to put myself in the position to remember what I felt like, and how all this felt to me when I started. And, when I look at the more, because we always want to show them the more, the car programs, all those amazing things. But I also, when I think about that, I go back to when I started. And when I earned my first car, I've been in the business 3 months, guys, and I've had a more call because we're really big at the Elite Company about doing a more call. And with the more call, you're seeing the money, the car programs, the trips, all these amazing things that we want, and we want our team members to also have. And I thought, this is too good to be true. And I know a lot of you are thinking that, have thought that in the past also. Something else that they may be thinking is, I don't believe I can. And one thing I have learned in the business with Tupperware is the confidence, the level of confidence, and how we make people feel, and that also helps build their confidence. Something else that I feel like that they feel is they are scared to death to fail. So they may want that car, but to actually say that, it scares them to death. So just having conversations with them and making them feel, letting them know you believe in them, and always, always put yourself in their shoes. And I always, it's, that saying, remember where you came from? Well, I have to remember where I started. So that's how I'm always doing that. So now we've talked about the different categories and how I kind of look at my team. And so now let's talk about some of the things that I do to work with them to help retain them. So one thing that we do here at the Elite Company is we have some things that we do for everyone. And then we have things that we kind of separate and do for our different categories. Okay. So the more people, that's all about recognition. What are their personal sales? How many parties have they dated? How are they doing with recruiting? And the more people, they're going to always have that recognition because pretty much they're the ones that are out there in the field and they're doing it. The managers, guys, and this is one thing I think about. I put the managers in the more group, but as I look at my managers, I also have to think a lot of those managers, they have the title now. However, some of them don't even have a clue how they got there, right? So just really working with them, and them I separate. With the managers, I'm doing the one-on-one calls with them once a week. And then sometimes I do pull that into being a manager Zoom. And then also once a month with our business leader, Bobby, doing a manager huddle. And the manager huddle is always about the focus that we have, setting the goals. And then always the next huddle is pulling that all together, recognizing, you know, who met those goals, you know, and all the success that they've had in the month. Okay. Then we have um, some of the things that I do that I want to kind of like let you guys know is, you know, we talk about we always wanting them, especially the new ones coming in, hitting submit in the first 10 days. So one thing that I do every week is I have what I call a sample day drawing. And it's anyone who samples that day, they are in my drawing. Um, and you would not believe the people that will submit $5, guys. And I always remind them that anytime we submit over $100, of course, shipping is going to be less, but they will go in there and submit $5 just for the fact of they want to be in that drawing. Okay. And then also with doing that, we have them hitting submit more often, which is also going to, in my opinion, keep them there. Right. Something else that we do is the Elite company has one Facebook group, and everyone does this different. Not saying one is right, one is wrong. However, at Elite, like for example, I don't have an organizational group. We feel like from past experience, because in the past I did go there, but we feel like that it pulls everyone together in the same group. Everyone is singing the same song. And also, the best part that I love about this is I feel like it pulls the excitement to one place. Now, of course, a lot of these things that I'm talking about, this is for every circle, right? So these are different ways we're connecting with every circle. Okay, so let's see here. Director chat. So each director has their own director chat. Now, what do we do in that director chat? In my opinion, we're all cheerleaders in director chat, right? So if a team member hits submit, then they're going to have, you know, all these team members coming back with their cute little gifs and their cute little memes, you know, yay, congratulations. If someone earned their welcome bonus, their party bonus, I mean, we do these things in chats. If we have an announcement to make, like for example, Winterfest tomorrow, you know, here's all the information and you want to be sure and be there. And then always encouragement, everyone coming in there and encouraging each other. Something else that I do once a week, and this is for everyone, and it's honestly, it surprises me sometimes, and I'll explain that, is Talk to Me Tuesday. And it's not always on Tuesday, to be honest. It could be, I call it Work to Me, work it Wednesday. And what I do is I have this little meme I put out there, and it's going to say, you know, call me today. I put my phone number on the meme, and for every team member that calls me that day, then I have a drawing for them. Okay. But what I've seen is I have inactive people that will call me on that day. The more people, they're always going to be there and they're going to be calling. And then it's like every circle, they're going to be calling. Now, sometimes I may do 15 to 20 calls in a day. However, connecting with them, you know, reaching out to them, finding out, because honestly, I feel like that it can change from week to week. You know, it may be that today, you know, they're at home teaching their kids, they don't have time to do this, etc. And then next week school's back open. I've got more time to work my business, Ellie, and I want to work with you, partner with you a little closer to be able to step up. So I try to do those once a week, always. Something else is on Saturday morning. We do, each director team does their own team Zoom. Now I call this a team update, team recognition. And of course, Bobby always, you know, does the PowerPoints for us, and then we just input all of our recognition for our team, etc. Again, do the drawings, guys, to get people involved. People love the free, because remember, a lot of them started for the free Tupperware, right? But that for me is a great day because it's about the team that day. And, you know, we're always sharing, brainstorming, doing all the recognition. And we want them because things have changed so much. And for me, the biggest thing that I've had to learn this year, honestly, is I love people. I love to touch you, you know, hug you. How do you feel? And I want you to feel better when you leave me. And so that's been a struggle for me because it's so much harder to do that on Zoom, right? Um, but that for me, getting back to that and what we've learned already this year, you know, with the virtual and all the different things going on around us, oh my goodness, look what we are going to be able to accomplish in 2021 when the COVID is back behind us, right? So let's see. So my thing is, guys, when I'm looking at my team members and I'm looking at this circle, my goal is always who can I move to the next circle? You know, just because you're an affiliator today doesn't mean you can't move to the casual or the more group, you know, next week, tomorrow, etc. So if they still have an account, guys, inactive, etc., then there's still a chance. And with the, you know, the affiliator group for that circle, I send an email once a month. I'm sending reminders, especially for those in red. And one thing that I really learned is not everyone reads email. Not everyone is going to be on Facebook or in Messenger, and not everyone's going to respond to a text. So I feel like that if we use everything that we have, then we're going to get them. So I'm going to close today with saying this, guys. We are movers and shakers. So we are here to shake them up and move them to the more. So thank you, Nick.
Awesome. We are movers and shakers. I love that.